probably the ghost.
There's some. We're getting calls off the
Yeah,
chart
I was
right
about
now.
to say, bro. Is that real?
Going to space?
Is that really happening? Pick up the phone.
I don't know what to do.
We're probably gonna get kicked off the air.
Hello?
Oh my god.
This is not Harrison.
Oh.
This is Matt from Matt in the Midday. How are you?
Put him on speaker.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Put on speaker.
Can we wait? Let me throw you on speaker here real fast. Let me see if I can. How you doing?
They're giving away a pair of tickets. I was calling about that.
Oh, well, that's great. You I think according to our chart, you might actually be like the 9th caller according to like the phone. So maybe stay tuned, and you might win. Do you have anything to say for all the listeners out there?
Just keep on playing.
Do you believe in any organized religion? All right, that was it. So I guess the phones work.
Would you ever be a Sikh?
Organized religion? That's funny.
I don't think we're allowed to touch this now that I'm realizing it. Let's Libra. Hey guys, welcome back. We're talking about horoscopes right now, and we're talking about all that stuff. So let's see what are in the cards for Libra. Carlton here. I'm gonna lower this because it seems like we're getting some feedback. There we go. Beautiful. All right, Libra. September 23rd through October 22nd. Okay, here we go. Here's today. Try to be
child lover. That's the first thing. It says child, comma, lover.
Where does it say that? Oh God.
It's.
All right. Well, let's see what it says, Carlton. All right. Try to be extra patient and affectionate towards your loved ones today. A child lover.
Carlton is unamused.
Who is it?
Keep going.
All right.
Which child is it?
A child lover or pet needed some of the special attention and reassurance that only you can provide.
What?
Why are there so many?
What?
Try to make this a priority over professional obligations. Remember that your loved ones are the most important thing in your life. When you need them, they'll always be there for you.
Damn, that is so specific and crazy how intuitive that is to Libras and Libras only.
Crazy stuff, Carlton. Child lover.
Only Libras will understand what being a child lover means.
Yeah.
You guys don't understand.
I mean, I'm childlike.
I wouldn't say lover though.
Yeah, I could like relate.
Next up on Megan's Law.
Next sex offender of a week.
Alright, you guys messed up now. Come on, now.
Dude, it's not us, dude. It's the
It's the
website.
horoscopes, man.
They
Dude, they don't lie, man.
They do lie.
All right, let's see if they're any worse. They could be worse. Keith, what's yours?
God, what am I, like a
What are you?
like a terrorist or something? What am I?
No,
I'm a Gemini.
Gemini. Where is it? Am I missing it? Here we go.
I'm a vegan.
Here we go. Your creativity is at a peak, though you may not be aware of it. It is due to your focus on your work and social life. But do not be surprised that if you have a vision seemingly from out of the blue, you're likely to feel inspired to stop what you're doing and paint or write. You're a painter?
All right. Well, I mean, sure in the hell not gonna paint. So.
Excuse yourself and spend some time alone with your muse. You will be delighted with the results.
My flame, my muse.
And if your muse is someone else,
What do
you
you
can't
got?
spend time alone with that person.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Who's your muse?
I don't know.
Muse.
Talk to us about what this means to you, Keith. This is important.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I get child lover, but he gets creativity. Alright, bro.
Bye, Carlton.
Horoscopes can suck my
Peace, bro.
See you,
Bye,
man.
Carlton.
See you later.
Yeah. So for me, I'm not really.
I get child lover.
I'm not really seeing the whole like.
So funny.
Go.
No, I'm not seeing the whole like creative peak.
No, you're not. You don't
Happening.
think you're at a peak right now?
No.
What do you think your creative? You think your creativity like heightens and lowers at certain points in the year?
Yeah, no, I definitely do
Of course
feel
it
that.
does.
I definitely do think that, but like, I wouldn't say that's like
Is
a
this
Gemini
a bit of an
thing.
ebb right now?
Yeah, I don't
Where's
know.
your creativity peak right now, if you had to say?
My creativity peak is like, well, it's not like a creative thing. It's like
It's just whenever you feel.
just like academically, I'm getting a lot of information and knowledge from my classes.
Talk to us about that.
I just know so many things now.
Wow.
There's so many things that I know.
How many of the things?
so many. I can't even count all the things. Like there's
so many things,
So
bro.
many.
You're hitting your creative peak.
And like, the things that I know are so many that I can't even begin to tell you the first thing.
Vast, even.
You sound like Travis Scott in the highest in the room.
Yeah.
She fills my mind up with ideas. So what ideas?
Yeah, what
Isn't it?
ideas?
What ideas? Travis.
What
Having-
ideas? How to make the same song 20 frickin' times with the same ad
You wanna
libs that you've
read
been
yours
using
for
since
tomorrow?
you were 3.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Let's
Why
wait for
not?
tomorrow.
Okay. When you give your imagination free rein, you have a creative, oh god, here we go with the creativity again. Creative way of expressing yourself. Today, you might feel like doing something like public speaking or creative writing. You may devise a unique way to make a presentation or put together a proposal. You gonna marry someone?
Yeah, you gonna get married someone?
You marry someone?
You wipe my ass up. I'm on the market. Can you handle all this booty though?
I don't know about that one.
Okay.
Put a ring.
I don't
All right,
know.
fine, whatever. I didn't want to marry you
Communicating
anyway.
in a
That's cool.
more
I'm not
intimate
hurt. I'm
way.
fine.
What?
Communicating in a more intimate way will warm your heart and the hearts of your audience.
In an intimate way.
Uh-huh.
I'll probably get a case on me if I communicate with them in a more intimate way. So
Oh,
Okay,
jeez.
That's fine.
Who have you been talking to?
no, it's just what? No, it's just good.
Communicating.
All right, Jack. Now it's your turn.
Oh God.
What are we thinking here? What's yours?
Capricorn. I bust a cap in your corn.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll cut that out.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. That's not making the cut.
All right. This is a good day to let go. If someone has hurt you or disappointed you, it is time to forgive and move on. Holding a grudge isn't going to get you anywhere. In fact, it is probably eating away at your heart and keeping you from moving ahead in other areas. If things are meant to be, they will work out. If they don't, it wasn't meant to be.
Why is this horoscope accusing me of being such a sad boy?
I don't know. Are you a sad boy?
I don't think I'm a sad boy. I've actually been having a very good day.
Okay. What about your week, though? I mean, this could be like yesterday's
Okay,
news.
well, maybe. Sure, maybe. I can empathize with a little bit of that, but, like, who couldn't?
Yeah, that's
Let
the
go,
thing.
everybody.
That's how I view all these things. I feel like they're just like good things to live by, but I do not think they're specific
No,
to
this
any...
is completely legitimate and
sign.
specific
Any
to
sign
me
for
and me
sure.
alone.
Okay, and you want to read tomorrow?
Yeah, what's my deal?
Crazy
for
how people
tomorrow?
actually look at this crap and like
Too much.
so weird.
Too much.
Your inbox is probably crammed with party invitations.
That's not true.
Is that Jax?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Jack's.
The heck?
I know, guys. Relax.
There's
I
no
can't
such
be everywhere
thing
at
as a
once.
simple RSVP for you. Big popular guy over here.
Oh yeah, Mondays go crazy for me.
Every call to your accept or decline results in a lengthy conversation as you catch up with relatives and old friends. It is possible that you'll receive a communication today that turns your life in a new direction.
Obama, where you at? Hit my line.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of like a fortune cookie one.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous.
Doors that you never consider may open wide for you.
That's cool.
Mm,
So you're gonna have a good day tomorrow, hopefully.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna become an Olympic skier or something.
Yeah,
That's
something
the only logical next
something you never would have expected.
Yeah. Good for you, Jack.
Thank you.
Really
I'm
doing-
super excited
You're really
now.
doing well in the world right now.
I'm doing awesome.
I'll have what he's having.
Yeah, thanks horoscope. You
All right.
changed my life.
Let's see what I got going on as a Virgo.
Frickin' Verge. Frickin' Verge.
Berg.
Verg.
All right. Expect to hear from people you haven't heard from in some time. Make a cup of tea and savor every correspondence.
What?
You could feel nostalgic for the good old days, in quotes, when life seemed simpler and more of your friends were nearby. Pick up the phone and give one of them a call. Your old pal will be delighted to hear from you.
Wow.
That's all
Who's
I have to
that?
say.
It's kind of weird that this was mine because of unrelated things, but just like
What unrelated things?
Well, they are related.
They are clearly.
I
Clearly,
guess
they know something
related,
we
I guess
don't.
related. I mean, I was in touch today with someone that I haven't been in touch with in a while.
Oh. Well. I guess Mercury's in retrograde.
Oh.
Yeah, but we won't get into that now. What?
Get into it now.
No.
You were looking back to the good old days, huh?
Were you
I
looking
don't know
back to the
I
good
don't
old
know if
days?
they were good old days. I don't know if they're good.
I
old
think
days.
I have a hunch of
I don't know if they were good old days. They could have been days. They could have been old days.
But is my hunch that you
I don't know, maybe.
think I'm assuming, is it correct?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's crazy. Wow. That's actually nuts.
Good job,
Good
Internet.
old LJ.
Yeah.
LJ, baby.
Okay.
Ralph Lauren.
What?
What
the fuck?
You have to make all this, Keith.
Yeah, I think like it gives them like a little pep in their step that like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like today like something mysterious is gonna happen to me, and then
And then they're gonna be like, I saw a dog today, and then they're gonna be like,
that
wow.
must have been him.
That must have been him.
No,
That
that must have been him, and they're like, who's him? And
That's
like, oh,
Ryan Seacrest.
that was my great grandfather. that that was
him.
him.
Hi,
And
I was told I was gonna get.
you know, he had red hair. The dog had a red spot, and that was.
The dog was standing next to a fire hydrant, which was red.
And my grandpa had red hair.
And also peed outdoors.
So you never know what's gonna come out of this.
Yeah, you never
Wow.
can. But,
What's your spirit animal, Keith?
probably a bear,
I'm a bear.
What kind of bear?
a grizzly, grizzler,
A grizzler.
It's pretty.
grizzla.
What's yours, man? What's your
I don't know.
spirit
I
animal?
don't know. I don't think I have one. Flamingo.
But yours.
Who knows? And we look at it and be like,
Alright, Carlton.
not good enough. I wouldn't do it.
Oi! All right.
I'm gonna intermittently be playing Pac-Man.
Hey everyone, we're back with our man Carlton here. What's up, Carlton?
What's up?
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, I just saw you like
Long time no see.
I was looking at you. I was looking at you just there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, right now we're going to talk a little bit
Yeah.
about music. So me and Keith were talking when we were planning out the show a little earlier today,
Yeah.
and we were talking about like the stuff that like we were introduced to from our folks and like how we've expanded upon that. And so I guess we'll start with Keith because Keith was talking about earlier today about what his parents were showing him and the opposite reaction that I had on him. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
into
no,
it.
yeah. Basically, like I just remember always in the car listening to like this radio station called 107.7 The Bone.
The Bone.
Always.
the bone.
You know that?
I've heard.
You know?
I've heard of the bone.
Yeah. So yeah, like it was basically like at the time like a lot of Green Day, a lot of like Aerosmith.
Yeah.
You know, like classic like
Usually
Rolling
not your music
Stones.
style as we know Keith.
No.
Yeah.
So in that way, like I didn't like it,
Mhm.
so that helped me to figure out what I didn't like. I
Right.
guess.
But then what now let's talk about no, that's good. It's a good point. It's a good point. What was like the first what was your first recollection of like something you were like really interested in?
Really interested in.
Yeah.
I think like the Black Eyed Peas.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Like Boom Boom Pow.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like elementary school, like Black Eyed Peas was really sick.
Yeah.
Like Bruno Mars, like Nothing on You with B.O.B.
Oh, I like that song. Yeah. That's a
that
good
was
song.
Sick song. Tayo Cruz.
How about Forget You by CeeLo Green?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was never too big on CeeLo Green.
You know, the unclean version.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Yeah. But yeah, Black Eyed Peas for sure were a big one.
Yeah. And then where did that like sort of expand for you? Like how did that like open it up for like more music to come? Like now what are you listening to and like how did that
I think that was
transition?
like a gateway into like maybe some like EDM influence.
Right.
But some like melodic EDM, like not just like kind of like robot intercourse.
Yeah.
Not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's cool. But like, yeah, very like melodic, like EDM stuff like that, like Zed stuff like that was like
Ooh,
a good
Zed's a
one.
big one for a
like
lot
like
of
middle
people.
school,
Yeah.
like Swedish House Mafia.
I've heard of them too.
Carlson, you know Zed. You do.
Those songs.
Who is that, bro?
No, you know if I
I
played
thought
you
that
like.
was a girl.
No, if
It
I
is a
played you like a bunch of,
Wait,
it's
that's a
not.
girl?
It's not.
Oh, I thought it was a girl.
I see.
I don't know those songs. Apparently.
But no, if I played you like Zed songs, you'd know them.
They're like the stuff you hear at like the bar mitzvahs where you're just like, we
No.
could do this all night, you know?
Does it
Kinda.
look like I go
Kinda.
to bar mitzvahs?
A little, that's like more like the stuff that Keith was talking about where it's just like
Very
robot
East Coast of
noises.
you to say.
Yeah. Like,
What, the bar
The
mitzvahs?
bar mitzvah bangers.
You didn't go to bar mitzvahs?
Oh, I went to bar mitzvahs, bro. I got cousins on cousins.
I wasn't rich enough to go to bar mitzvahs.
Because you
I
guys
don't
went to
know why you
private
have to go to bar
schools.
mitzvahs.
I didn't go to private school.
You didn't go to private
I went
school?
to public school.
Okay, what about
He didn't have to go to private school. He was in a good area.
Yeah. You went to
I went to private school.
Private school. Did you go to any bar mitzvahs as a kid?
No, I went to a Christian school, man.
Yeah. So
Dude, I just remember. Alright, we can't hear Jack, so it's just fine. It's fine. But anyways, I just remember there's one kid. He was like he was a black guy who said he was Jewish. He said he was Jewish at my Christian school, and he wore a yarmulke to class all the time and wore like a
protest?
and wore like a turban around his neck. So like that's why I said black guy, because like there's so many ethnicities like fighting each other and they're all losing that like. But yeah, like so he wore a yarmulke. He had like a Middle Eastern turban on. And like I just remember that our school like was like you can't wear that. Like
the term is orthodox.
No, he wasn't.
I don't know what the term is.
He was just like spiritually and ethnically confused.
I guess.
He said he was a black guy.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? He was a black. I was like, damn, we're going back to the 60s. We're going back to the 60s, and I'm right here, bro.
Well, I just...
Oh, actually, like, remember the show? Remember the show from, like...
Oh, yeah. There's this show Keith showed me where, like, this girl, like, was a white woman, and she was adopted by a black woman, and she thought she was mixed, but, like... She was adopted.
She was adopted, and she thought that she was like mixed race, and like they got like pulled over by the cops, and like they were like, "Are you sure? Like, are you sure?" And like she was like, "Yes."
This is me. No, that's crazy. But yeah, music, right?
Music is sick.
Yeah,
and like I just love how like music can like be bar mitzvahs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really
but
cool.
what are you listening to like currently like right now? If you had to say. Like,
currently a lot of Flume.
Flume.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me about something that
chick.
Flume like has like perfect pitch.
Like, no, that's Charlie Puth. Maybe
you were talking to me about that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Flume and Charlie Puth should do a song.
I know who Charlie Puth is.
Yes, you know Flume. Yeah, I don't expect you to know who Flume is.
Yeah.
Carlton, who'd you get started on?
Yeah. What? Now let's talk about your like upbringing and like who you got introduced to from your folks. Let's talk about that first.
Well, my folks, they're like they're from West Africa, so like they listen to their African music. So I grew up on that, and then
did you like it?
I grew it. It grew on me.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it like the super like beat orientated like?
It kind of sounded like Hispanic,
dude.
Yeah, it was like Afro beats.
Yeah,
it's
like
basically
like Afro-Cuban sort of stuff. Like a little like reggaeton sort of beat.
It sounded kind of like that a little bit.
Yeah, it depends on like which part of West Africa you like listening to.
I mean, West Africa's like half of Africa.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. West and East.
And then like in the cars, we used to start listening like 94.7 The Way. And then
wait, is that like a pop, like Ryan Seacrest?
No, that's like old school like music, like chill vibes type thing. And then
like some Marvin Gaye.
Yeah,
like the sample
Marvin Street
joints. Yeah,
sorry.
The old school joints. And then 103.5, the 102.7. That was with Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then the Steve Harvey morning show.
Oh, Steve Harvey
on the bus. Yeah.
And so like out of those like radio stations and everything, like you started to like develop your own little taste, you know? And like
it sounds like you listen to everything.
Yeah, I listened to everything but rap because I wasn't allowed to.
Right.
Because it was like heavy on like no curse words and anything. So I was just like listening to Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Oh yes.
And then Michael Jackson is my favorite artist still to this day.
There you go.
And then like, but anyways, he didn't do it.
He's really touching.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it. He did not do it.
No, actually, me too, Sam Carlton. Like when he died, I got like the whole "This Is It" like album, and I played it on. I had a little like Davy Jones like locker like chest DVD player.
Nice.
And like
that's where all the R. Kelly is.
Yeah, no, but like
he did it. Yeah.
No, but I used to play that like "This Is It" record with like all his best hits on it, and I would like do the dance moves.
I used to do it. I could still do the moonwalk.
Yeah.
Moonwalk,
I could still do the moonwalk.
Wait, so your parents didn't want you to listen to rap because
right here, bro.
because of the swearing?
Yeah, and then they like
we can
all
only
the
see your
women and
top
stuff.
half.
Wait, what?
The women in the videos.
Oh yeah, and now flash forward to last night, and like there was Nicki Minaj saying like "pussy" like 8 times in a row.
Hey, exactly.
On the dance floor.
I don't know like how my mom went for like never allowing me to listen to rap music to like saying the words.
Oh god!
It's like saying the words.
No, but he's a little sister.
He's still a child.
Wait, where was she last night?
She was dancing.
She was there.
Dude, I didn't even see her, man.
Yeah, she was there in the middle of the circle dancing.
So let me ask you this: now you weren't allowed to listen to rap as a kid, so how did you get into it?
Middle school, like, cause you know how middle school, like in LA, like everybody had like got their phones, and it was big on Bluetooth. Like people would download music online, and then they'd be like
MP3.
Yeah, they'd be like the cool people and like, I got this song, I'll Bluetooth to you, and then that's
Like,
how,
look at me now.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
bro, you get in line and people like this Bluetooth.
Black and yellow.
Bro, check this shit out.
You got
Bobby
the pair of the
Shmurda.
numbers and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so I just started listening to rap there because that's
The
when I started.
motto.
And what were your artists of choice back then in middle school? Let's talk about that.
Back then,
Like, what was coming out then that you were like into?
Drake was starting to come
Yeah,
out.
the motto,
Drake,
right?
Yeah, Drake was starting. Lil Wayne,
How about like LA rappers? Were you partial?
LA rappers. Yeah, Kendrick. I was with Kendrick, and then
Tupac.
I didn't really start listening to Tupac until like maybe 8th grade to 9th grade.
So that's when you started getting into like the 90s hip hop and all
That's
that,
when I
like-
started actually like taking an interest into music,
There
to
you
like
go.
finding what I like to hear.
That's
So,
when it
like,
started.
Yeah, so I just like spread it now.
Very cool. And now what are you listening to right now?
I tell you, I listen to everything, but
Is there an artist
True.
that's like on your brain right now? The Baby seems like your top dude right
Baby.
now.
Baby's hard. But like, I listen to
Hard
really,
baby. Whoa.
Whoa.
I listen to anything, bro. Really,
Whoa.
if I find it like hard, even if it don't make me dance or like it's like depressing and shit,
Mhm.
I still listen to it if I fuck.
Like that
if I
X
fuck with
song?
it. Yeah, I like it, but like I like anything really easy to play for me, and I tell you I like it. I like it,
There you go.
but
And now, like, you were,
Baby.
I hear all your, like, your, you know, I hear the rap for sure, but what else I hear when you're when you're like auxing in the room and whatnot is a lot of like art 70s soul and R&B and stuff. So I'm wondering where you got that from.
that's that 94.7 The Way.
Really? They play
Sticks with you,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what they
Sticks with
play.
you.
Yeah, they just play that, bro. And then Steve Harvey used to play the little joints too, and then the family just play that when they're chilling and stuff. So I just listen to that. And then my two cousins, they're in a group, so they like he samples music and like they rap over it too. So
They
like,
sample those 94.7 The Way.
yeah, because that's
You
what
guys listen to
my
Seal?
uncle used to just play that. Yeah,
Seal, yeah.
Honestly,
Seal, bro.
during the car rides, his fucked up face.
Yeah.
What happened?
Damn it,
But
Fell
Carlton.
asleep
I
on a
seen
toaster.
I seen the meme with the brownie. He's like, the brownie's not good if it don't look like Seal.
Oh my god. That is horrible. That's a
God.
That's literally what he said. And it's true though. It's true.
That's the funniest thing
That's
ever.
funny.
But yeah, they make music, so I listen. They're like one of my favorites too. So
Any albums you looking forward to coming up right now?
Kendrick should be dropping pretty soon. I mean,
A new
he
Kendrick?
didn't say nothing though, but he should. Like
This
it's
year,
like,
this
at some
year.
point he
He's
should be.
due, bro. What was
Yeah.
his last album?
Damn.
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 Oh, wait, well, Black
That's
Panther.
right. Well,
Black
he
Panther
did,
sounds
he did,
right.
Yeah.
But
He
like,
had like 4 songs on the Black Panther.
No, dude, that was all, he produced
yeah,
all
all
of
of that was him.
He produced all of that?
Yeah, that was all his.
And just
He
because he wasn't
wasn't
on all the songs, yeah, that
Some
was
of
like
them he
all
was
of him.
on too, but like
Yeah.
he just didn't
Dude,
give
that
himself
one
credit.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
S.O.B.
Yeah,
Is that one?
Paramedic.
I don't remember.
Paramedic, bro.
Yeah, that song's crazy.
And X.
Hey,
What are you on 10 yet?
are you on 10 yet?
I like the waves.
You,
The
you in the
X.
test? You taking the test?
Live on 10.
Are you on 10 yet?
Wait,
Yeah.
party on 10 yet?
And now I'm gonna ask you guys both. Did you guys own like? Actually, Jack. Well, now Jack's gonna hop in and talk to us about his beginnings and stuff. But you can even
Let me
come
get
over
this
here.
microphone. So, I mean, like, I don't know. Ever since I was little, I've been super fascinated with, like, melodies and stuff. Like, I would used to just sit down and Google. I was like, what is the most pleasing melody to the human ear?
Yeah.
Because I figured, like, there would be, like, a black and white, like, this is the answer, right?
Right. There
But
is
then
no
over
answer.
time, you just learn, like, wait, the subjectivity of music is what makes it beautiful, you know?
Mhm.
So I got, like, started off on, like, a lot of, you know, like, my parents, like, just kind of cruising around listening to the music, like, a lot of, like, Doobie Gray, like, give me the beat, boys, you know, that's
Okay,
Free
I
my
know that
little
song,
soul.
I
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
if they were the Doobie Boys, but I know that song.
yeah, a bunch of, like, old joints like that. What was it? Big Yellow Taxi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Counting Crow. A lot of Counting Crows. My dad was
They're a
super
good group.
Black Crows too.
Mm.
A lot of crows. But yeah, no, I don't know. I was just
And so that kind of paved
always
the way
into
for
it,
yours.
Yeah. And then my friend got me into Tupac. That was like when I really started getting into like contemporary music. But I definitely did start like in terms of hip hop. I started old and progressed to new. So I was huge into NWA like all the way back into middle school. Like Tupac, the first rap song I like ever really like resonated with,
Mhm.
not like in like a oh this is so me sense, but I like the first time I was like oh this is like insane music
Yeah.
was Hail Mary by Tupac, and I was like oh my god
Run
this is
with me.
crazy.
Hail Mary, run quick, see.
What do we have here now? Do you wanna ride or die? Da, 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 da.
Get shot.
Yeah.
Nice. So where
Nice.
so where do you think like it took you from like where do you think like your parents like kind of left your musical inspiration and then you started taking control of like I know you listen to like although you listen to rap and R&B and hip hop, like where'd you come
Where did
to
I
find
delineate between
Yeah.
my taste and their taste? Well, like I don't know. So I still like a lot of the songs my parents used to play. Like my dad was big into the Red Hot Chili Peppers too. Still love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But I'd say like about middle school was when I was like, it was more of like listening to the stuff my friends were listening to.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then kind of like downloading songs that were like more geared towards us versus like older songs.
Right.
But I've been into tons of different genres of music. Like I had a huge like Frank Sinatra phase. Like I still love that music. Dude.
He's good. He's good.
It's crazy, bro. I wish I was
Shout
a
out to
croon.
Jalen.
Shout out to Jalen, bro.
Jalen?
Jalen loves Frank Sinatra.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
they're banging stuff. Like the whole Rat Pack, like him. What was that other guy? Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah. The Things We Did Last Summer, that's a great song.
Crazy songs, bro.
Yeah.
They're crazy, but I don't know. And like now that I'm starting to like kind of produce my own music, I definitely notice there's a lot of influence from every single one of those like
Right.
phases, I guess.
And you
or
don't even know it
genres I've been
sometimes,
into.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like it's still there, like the beats and like I've been playing music for like my whole life basically. It's just
Right.
it's just like something that you hear a sound and you want to emulate it, and you want to do like this category of music justice. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely.
So I guess my evolution of music has just been kind of like, I guess